him to be wrong too often. That brings us to two candidates. There are two candidates that I have had a hard time picking between because I like them both. Rick Santorum, Michelle Bachmann. I want you to hear me out. We've only got a few days left before the Iowa caucus process. It is abundantly necessary that the faith community coalesce behind only one of these two great candidates. If we don't come behind only one, then another candidate that's filled with untrustworthy rhetoric is going to take the helm, and it's not going to get our country back on course. They're not going to save us from economic disaster. They're not going to address the real root of our problems in family and faith. Rick Santorum recently made a statement, I think it was just yesterday, and it gave me hope for both he and Michelle Bachmann. And picking between these two persons has been really difficult for me until I realized that we can have them both. Rick Santorum shared publicly yesterday that he respects Michelle Bachmann so much that he's committed to having her as a vital part of a Santorum administration. Now that helped me make my decision because I want them both, to be honest. This has been tough. And Rick Santorum is committed to having Michelle Bachmann by his side if he's so fortunate to become the president. So I'm asking everyone to coalesce behind Rick Santorum. He's committed to rescuing this nation from economic disaster. And that's really good news for everyone who's concerned about their kids and about providing for their kids and about their families. Rick Santorum has publicly championed a personhood amendment to the Constitution. And this is a measure we so desperately need to turn to if we're really serious about stopping the barbarism of murdering babies in this country. We've got to stop it once and for all. We've had 38 years of incrementalism. It has not worked. We need a personhood amendment to the Constitution of the United States, and Rick Santorum will champion that if he becomes the president. Rick Santorum is committed to family values, and it shows in his own family. So he's not only willing to preserve the lives of children, but he's willing to preserve also, consider this, the institution of natural law that creates new lives. It's called marriage. Rick Santorum will defend true, legitimate marriage. Rick Santorum will lead our nation, I believe, with integrity. And Rick Santorum will work with Michelle Bachmann as a team. And I'm excited about it because I want them both. They're both great Americans. They're great Christians. They're great patriots. So I want to encourage you, lay your fears aside. I think we're all nervous about the future. We're worried about the caucus outcome. Lay your fears aside. Put the polling data aside. Put all the heady arguments aside and vote principles. And I'm asking you to cast your vote for Rick Santorum on January 3rd. And I want to thank you for your consideration, for the time that you've given to listen to me. And I hope you have a blessed Christmas.